You're this perp back with another video, and I'm really struggling to figure out the words to describe this on the set documentary, The Dark Side of Kids TV. Now, there's a lot of documentaries surrounding this topic as far as like child actors and the things that they go through. You know, you've heard all these different horror stories, especially if you're a 90s kid and a 2000s kid. This is going to hit you like a brick, because a lot of these shows we grew up with are beloved and classic. A lot of iconic things happened in the 90s, and it's unfortunate that we get documentaries like this. And it just left me mad, frustrated, angry, because we've known a lot of this information as far as people that, look into these things, or people that are kind of ahead of the curve. People have called this out in Hollywood for years. Years. In the earlier days of YouTube, people just called them conspiracy theories. But now more people are starting to believe the sickness that is Hollywood. You're starting to see a lot of people get exposed, not only in just Hollywood, the music industry. Every industry is being shaken up right now. But is it enough? And I just want to kind of give you my thoughts on this documentary. I feel like the people that put this together did a really good job. I'll say that right off the jump. Getting to hear a lot of people's stories that have been on set, whether they interacted with Dan Schneider directly or indirectly, like they kind of really go in depth with a lot of things that I didn't know about, but a lot of this stuff I already kind of known about. I just didn't know the details. You know what I'm saying? And they have a lot of black cast members that used to be on like All That or The Amanda Show. They talk about how they kind of felt sidelined and their experience as a child actor growing up in those type of white settings and stuff like that. Really interesting stuff. But what people really came to see with this documentary is just the abuse that Dan Schneider, and just not only Dan Schneider, that the people that worked under him, that ended up to come to find out that they were, child predators. And what angers me about, these documentaries is it really takes a documentary or somebody to go to court for people to finally just wake up and believe somebody. Why does it take a documentary to do that? Why can't we just stop that problem from happening before it even becomes a problem? It's just it baffles me as I'm watching this, because it's like the adults in the room should be ashamed of themselves. The parents are just as bad. And you know what makes me more unsettled, or is a more unsettling feeling about this documentary, is the people that didn't show up. That's the shit that you gotta really keep in mind. All these people we see falling out in the press, crashing out and getting caught up, being exposed, these are fall guys, because this stuff is still going on till this day in different industries with children. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that it took the Me Too movement to get Jan Snyder the F up out of there is crazy to me. It's crazy. It baffles me, bro. Just even the child predators that got caught, they were still able to get jobs. They get like slaps on the wrists. And I was just like, man, this shit is just blowing my mind because that just lets you know what type of industry that you're dealing with. Like when we get to the Drake Bell part, which I find to be very fascinating and creepy as hell. Like when we get to episode 3 and 4, where Drake was talking about how he was essayed and all these vile shit that happened to him, was fucked up. And when he went to court, he saw all these people from the industry on that guy's side and just his family on his side. And I'm just like, wow, that is telling. I wish he would have said some names. There are some names that get brought up as far as the one guy that was like with the pickle boy or whatever, pickle man. That kind of, he is highlighted a lot in this documentary, and he even gets rehired for The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. But the thing that tripped me out the most, I don't know if I already knew this, but that should have been a red flag right there, is the fact that the dude Kyle was talking. I think it was Kyle that was saying that this dude had a whole shrine dedicated for John Wayne Gacy, which is fucking insane. I'm be like, bro, I'm getting the F up out of here. And like I said, like I blame a lot of the parents for allowing a lot of shit to slide. And a lot of parents just was looking to their kids for a quick buck. That was definitely going on. Some parents had some common sense to get the fuck up out of there. You know what I'm saying? But the adults are definitely to blame in this. They waited too long for a lot of different things, and it's just irritating to watch because it's like y'all go so long, so quiet, and then but shout outs to the people that do kind of get fed up and do take a stand, because they're the ones actually trying to make some type of change, even though that change might not happen overnight. Hell, me personally, I don't think, even with this documentary out and the information that we know with people being exposed, some people don't even care and they still do the most nastiest, dirtiest, grimiest things on planet Earth. And they're some of the richest, most influential people. And like I said, the craziest thing, the eeriest thing is, right, you'll never see the real people behind the curtain. You'll only see their pawns. That is just the truth of it, And like I said, maybe this will change one day. But like I said, this stuff is a billion-dollar industry. Children are being trafficked like every day of the hour. You know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy that kids shouldn't have to live the life like this of like a child star. They shouldn't be treated like this. It's what I'm trying to get at. This really turned more into like a rant more than a review, because I don't know what to really say that hasn't already been said or people have already felt while watching this. I definitely feel like if you're a parent that grew up watching these kid shows and stuff, you should watch this. But also keep in mind, if you have a child that's trying to get into some type of entertainment, just be mindful that this shit goes on not only in Hollywood, but in the music industry, just in general. And I feel like, if anything, this documentary should be a warning. You know what I'm saying? But let me know how you guys feel about this documentary. If you got to check out all 4 parts. Till next time, I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.